Hi everyone, it's me. If you're new here, my name is Alanna and I'm a Canadian, but I live here in the UK. And if you're not new here, hey, I have done something really stupid and you're gonna laugh, but give me a second to explain. Today we are going to the beach. That is probably obvious. I don't know what I'm gonna do the title yet, but it probably is something to do with a beach. And not only that, we are going to one of the best rated beaches in England. It gets loads of popular reviews every year. It gets a blue flag for sustainability and quality and all that fun stuff. And I've never been. So that is very exciting. I'm nervous, but I'm excited. But yeah, I am nervous because we are doing this as a solo trip. I am an anxious person. Love that for me. Love it. But this last year, I've made it like my little quest to do solo vlogs with you guys. So today we're going to a beach. I've never been to the beach before. I'm excited. I'm actually more nervous. Like, I don't really know why I'm so nervous. I didn't sleep well last night. I don't know if you ever get that. Like, when you have plans for something the next day and you just simply can't sleep. That is me. But I've got my beach bag. My only beach bag. I think this is from Asda. The zipper's broken, but I'm sure we can figure something out. Now, what have I done that's really stupid? Okay, so I planned this video last week. I looked at my diary and I was like, I want to do this video. I actually wanted to do this video last year and I just ran out of time with the weather and stuff. So I was like, right, we're doing this. It's Tuesday today, and I thought, let's find a day that looks kind of nice, hopefully not like overcast and rainy, and we'll just do it. So last week I picked today. The weather was supposed to be nice. I booked my train ticket. I booked my bus ticket because yes, it's gonna take us a while to actually get there, and we are taking a train and a bus. And wouldn't you know it, I woke up this morning and there's a heat advisory that it is going to be 32. Yes. Now, if you live in the UK, you already know, but for non-UK people, whenever it gets nice out or hot out, there are usually like travel advisories for the buses and the trains, and they're like, hey, it's gonna be really nice today. Maybe don't travel. Particularly the coastal routes, of course, get very busy because everybody's going to the coast. And I, of course, have picked one of the hottest days we've had in a while. Anywho, there's nothing I can do. I've already booked my tickets. I'm already got my sunscreen on. I got my bathing suit. I got my bag packed. We're gonna go. We're gonna sweat like you wouldn't believe, but we're gonna go. One final thought before I miss my train. Two final thoughts before I miss my train. One, thank you very much. Thank you for clicking on this video. Thank you for being here. The solo vlog videos are kind of my least popular, or often not very popular, and I find them to be the most challenging and the most rewarding. So thank you very much. Cheers to that. I'm almost done my cold brew. And secondly, as a foreigner living in the UK, specifically as a foreigner living in Kent, I feel like I don't take advantage of the fact that I'm kind of near the coast. I just never go. And it's something that I really want to get better at. I want to be able to be like, hey, you know what? I've got a day off. I'm going to go to the beach and just go, right? Like, I don't do that. I don't know why. I just don't take advantage of it. And it's something that bothers me. So today we're going to the beach. We're going to the beach alone. We're going to a new beach I've never been to, and we're going to see what happens. So I just need to fill up my water bottle before we go, and then it's off to the train. So I hope you guys enjoy this. While you're here, how about this? Just before you go, just a cheeky little question. What is your favorite beach in the UK? Like, maybe you went there as a kid, maybe you go there as an adult, like maybe you went there once, maybe you go there every year. What is the best beach in the UK that you've ever been to? I'd love to know. Okay, no more stalling. I feel like I'm going to miss my train. I'm not gonna miss my train, but I feel like I'm gonna miss my train. And without further ado, let's go. Hey everyone, and welcome to Botany Bay. It is so hot. I can feel the sweat just like dripping off, even with the breeze. Wow. Now, Botany Bay is consistently rated one of the best beaches in Kent, one of the nicest beaches in England. Is it Cornwall? No. Okay, I already know you guys in the comments, this isn't Cornwall. No. But it's still pretty nice. Right off the bat, one of the things that's quite different about this beach compared to other beaches that I've been to in England, you've got these beautiful, like, would you say that's a cliff? I guess that's a cliff. And there are the famous cliffs, or whatever you would call it, stone, on that side of the beach where you can walk in between. I've seen loads of like photo, wow, that word just left me. Photo shoots, loads of photo shoots here in Botany Bay because of that sort of natural separation in the stone, which looks really cool. But I am here for the sun and the sweating and the adventure. And you know what? I'm really glad we're here. I don't know why I was so nervous about this, but I just was, you know, just the way it is. I will also say there's no like little shops. A lot of the other beaches you think of like Broadstairs, like proper Broadstairs Beach, Margate, Whitstable, it's like really populated. It's obviously like right in kind of like the middle of the town. Is anything I'm saying making sense? But at those beaches, there's just like loads of stuff. Whereas here, I can see there's a little lifeguard hut. And that's it. There's no like people trying to sell you stuff. It just feels maybe like a bit more secluded, a bit more private, a bit more unknown, even though it's consistently such a popular beach. Maybe just because I'm a bit early. I think it's like 11 o'clock. It is so hot, my guys. Oh my God. But the journey in was okay. I will say on the bus was late, of course it was. The bus was hot, of course it was. And then it was so bumpy that when we took a corner, I wasn't holding onto my bag and my bag fell on the ground upside down and all my stuff was rolling around. But in terms of my plans, I've got my water bottle, and as long as I didn't lose it on the bus, I got my Kindle. So currently I am reading One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. One of my girlfriends mentioned it. I'd never seen the movie. I just know like a lot about it, but I've never actually seen the movie. I've never read the book. So I've been reading that. I'd say I'm about halfway through and it's fab. But I think I fully sweated all my sunscreen off. I'm gonna put some sunscreen on. I'm gonna read my book for a bit, and then we're definitely gonna go in the water. Okay everyone, we had a successful swim. Just realized this has got sand on the lens. Hold that thought. Okay, that's probably done nothing, but as I was saying, swim. I decided to take my phone in because I thought if someone's gonna steal my bag with all my stuff in it, would I rather end up with this camera or my phone? Probably my phone. I do want to be able to get home. And while the beach is a sandy beach, at least this section is sandy, the water is like a combination of sand, and then all of a sudden you'll step on a really slimy rock, and then all of a sudden you'll step in a giant thing of seaweed. I hate seaweed. I get it, I just don't like it. So walking out into the water actually kind of sucks because all of a sudden you step into a pile of seaweed and everybody's like screaming. But the water feels really nice. Like I thought it was gonna be way colder. It's cold obviously because the air is so hot, but it's actually really nice. And it's a lot less busy than I thought it would be. I was kind of worried about doing this in like before school goes, like before people go back to school, because I thought, oh god, it's just going to be packed with kids, and then it's really hot today, it's going to be even busier. But it's actually fine, it's reasonable. That might be famous last words, you know, in an hour or so, but right now it's fine. But yeah, had a little bit of a swim. I'm almost like instantly dry. Almost instantly dry, but I think I'd like to sit and fully dry, read some of my book, and then maybe go for a bit of a wander. Anywho, I hope this looks like something. And if it doesn't, well, I'm having a nice time. Hello everyone, a little beach update. I'm concerned that I might be burning. I've never had this issue in Canada because I saw the sun all the time, but since moving to England, I don't see the sun very often. And now I burn like a real British person. So my days of spending all day at the beach in the sun are long behind me, but so far I'm having a nice time. Now, a couple of thoughts. I was thinking about stuff while I was lying here. First up, there's no signal. Now, I don't know if that's just me, or just generally speaking, there's no signal. I didn't think of that. I can't remember the last time I went someplace that had zero signal, so that's kind of annoying. I didn't download any podcasts. I wanted to text my partner to say like, hey, I haven't been kidnapped. So that's kind of annoying. I was also just thinking I would love an ice cream. I know I said earlier about how nice it is that there aren't like a bunch of people just like selling crap to you while you're trying to relax. But actually, like, I would really like an ice cream. Now, I don't know if there's an ice cream that is hidden from me and I just can't see it, but currently I don't see any ice creams. I do see a couple of real big seagulls. I don't have any ice cream, buddy. I wish I did. Maybe now's a good time to go explore a little bit. Give myself a little bit of a break. Oh my God, he's on, hold on, turn around. There's some girls that are sitting near me. They just went for a walk. Bro is like getting up in their stuff. The absolute cheek. Anyway, I think maybe where I'm feeling a little bit hot, we'll go for an explore, we'll go for a wander. I wanna go see the cliffs over to the side, the famous ones. We could just leave our stuff here. Like, those girls just left their stuff. That makes me feel anxious. I don't know why. I don't think the British are like prolific robbers. I don't think the British are prolific stealers, but it feels really weird to just like leave my stuff and walk away from it. So let's pack up and let's go explore. We'll come back probably, but just a little cheeky explore. Okay, so I just came back up to civilization so I could text my partner to let him know that I actually got here okay and I'm not dead. While I was up here, hold on. While I was up here, I noticed that there is a path, like a walking path, bike path. I don't know where it goes, but I'm up here now, so we're walking it. Still no ice creams though. Wouldn't a little Mr. Whippy van just make an absolute killing here? So that is the direction we're going. It looks like there's like a bunch of parking, maybe like a little park there. I've just noticed this. I hope there's no stinging nettles. I don't have pants on. Oh, that's nice. Oh, and there's another little walkway right there. I want to go over there. Can you see where that man is? I think that would be a nice little lookout. And then we still need to go down and look at the cliff, the other cliffs. It's actually not as windy as I thought it would be. I thought this would be like just gale, you know, coastal breeze, you know what I mean. I'll just stop talking. But that looks nice. Okay, onwards and upwards. Want to go find that man. I think that's a nice little lookout. Okay, I just noticed that my microphone wasn't connecting and I've not checked that it's connected for all of these clips, so real sorry about that, but have a look. I love the white cliffs. You can hear the waves. Can you guys hear the waves? Now I'm wondering if we continued on, if there's like a little food hut. I can see there's a Botany Bay Hotel. I'm imagining they're gonna have like a restaurant and stuff. But I kind of just wanted like a food truck, you know? But maybe that's it. It's definitely a lot more quiet than Whitstable or Broadstairs, like any of those big beaches. Definitely a bit more, I wasn't gonna like, God, I can't think of the word. It's not resort, but it starts with an R. Remote. I think while I'm up here and I am dressed, there is, turn you around, Botany Bay restaurant, hotel looking thing. It's kind of like the only thing here. So I feel kind of weird about going when like I have my bathing suit on underneath my clothes. Maybe you can't like obviously tell, but then I also think like you're literally across the street from a beach, so surely you're gonna get beach people, but that is it. I'm really kind of surprised. Don't even have a Mr. Whippy, although it is a Tuesday, a random Tuesday, but it is the summertime, so it's all a bit weird. Anyway, I guess we could try and get a table for one. Always feels awkward asking for, but whatever. And maybe they won't turn me away. Maybe I'm not too sandy. All right, everyone, I am hydrated. I am so full and I'm having a great day. Can I say that? I'm having a great day. So normally when I go to the coast, there's one thing I want to eat and one thing only, aside from an ice cream, and that is fish and chips. But I wasn't like that hungry, so I went for another British classic, and that is a fish finger sandy. But this was like real, like battered fish. Delicious, genuinely so good. And of course you got to get a couple of chips, obviously. I want to say sandwich, chips, drink was 15 pounds. Now some people are gonna be like, oh my God, that's disgustingly expensive. We're at the coast. This is the only restaurant here and it was delicious. So do with that information what you will. Also, hot tip alert, if you come to Botany Bay by some miracle, and I hope you do, I'm having a great time, and you do come to the restaurant, use the toilets. Use the toilets, they're so much nicer than the porta potties that you've got here. And fun side story, what do you call a porta potty? North America, we tend to call them porta potties. I've heard people say portaloo, which is so fun to say. Anyway, I am full, I'm hydrated, I'm feeling good. I'm feeling a bit tired, but I would like to go back down to the beach. I'd like to see more of the cliffs and lay out in the sun for a bit more. And then we have to make the very long journey home. But it's been beautiful. The sky, clear. I'm having a great time. So let's do that. Let's get back down on the beach. said it wasn't that busy. Oh my God. A couple of things. I noticed coming down the other stairs that there was like a little hut with ice creams and coffees and stuff, which I missed the first time, obviously. And then walked over to the more famous cliffs. It's kind of crazy. It's so loud out here where everybody's just out. And yet in the cave, it's not a cave, but it's like an alleyway cave. In between the cliffs, the only thing you can hear is the waves. And I thought it was so interesting. You can see where people have carved their names into the stone, which just, it's very cool. You have to wonder how old some of those names are. But it is properly busy now. I mean, I still got a spot and I'm still like quite close to the water. But I think if you had like a family or a big group, it'd be tough. But I'm going to lay out in the sun a bit, get a bit more sweaty, get as much sun as I can. Do you know what I mean? It's not often I can get some sun. And then I will catch up with you guys on final thoughts. But right now, have a nice time. I'm so full. I feel like I could have a nap. It's properly hot. You've got the sound of the waves. I'm gonna read my book and I'm gonna hang out. And I'm not gonna burn. I swear to God, I'm not gonna burn. Okay, everyone, I am fully tuckered out. It is so hot. It just got so hot all of a sudden, and I still have like a pretty long journey home, so I thought I better start now. Probably got too much sun anyways, and I'm gonna be burnt tomorrow. But some final thoughts. One, no signal. At first that bothered me because especially like being alone, like solo, it's nice to have a signal, but then also it was actually quite nice not checking social media because I literally couldn't. I'd also say this beach feels more like a beach abroad. I think because it doesn't have like the British promenade, you know, you don't have like the arcades and all the pubs and stuff. So it almost feels like you're on holiday someplace else. I probably have sand all over my face. What was I saying? So while I love a classic British seaside, it is nice for something different. The vibe is different. Otherwise, the beach was really clean. Like, the beach was clean. The seaweed sucks. I will say, the seaweed sucks. It's so... Sorry. It's so surprising when you're just walking and all of a sudden you just like step in it. Sorry, I'm back. I thought I'd talk and walk while I walked to the bus station. It is so hot. Oh my God, dripping sweat. I can't talk and walk at the same time. But I found the one bit of shade in front of this one house. So what was I saying? I don't remember. I think if I had a car, it would be a no-brainer. It'd be nice to come here for something different, something apart from the traditional British seaside, you know, something different. But I think where I have to take multiple public transportation, it's just a bit too far. So I don't think I will be back until I have a car because the journey is just a bit too much. But the beach is beautiful, the beach is clean, the water was nice. You know, not all beaches are beaches that you want to get into the water. Do you know what I mean? But I've had a nice time, and I was thinking, I can't remember the last time that I had a beach day in the UK. My partner and I went to Greece recently, but that obviously doesn't really count. Hey guys, Alanna here editing this video. So just a little bit of an update after the fact. So I ran for my bus, right? Ran for it, covered in sweat. It was pretty grim. Got the bus, but then unfortunately, every stop, it was like every grandmother in Margate got on that bus. So unfortunately, by the time I got to the station, we were so delayed that I missed my train. Because of course. But I thought, you know what? It's such a nice day. I've got time to kill. I thought I would walk along sort of the Margate boardwalk section, and I just have to take back everything I said about Botany Bay being busy because it was nothing like Margate. I think because it's been so long since I've been to the beach in the summer, I didn't remember just how packed it can well and truly be. And this was not even a weekend. This was a Tuesday afternoon. So yes, I take back everything I said about Botany Bay being busy. It absolutely was not. And so if you are looking for an escape from a beach like Margate, you know, maybe Botany Bay is the way to go. Anyway, that was my update. Oh, also, yes, I did get sunburned. Okay, we actually need to get going because I think I'm gonna miss the bus. Thank you guys so much for listening. I hope this looks like something. I cannot describe to you the amount of sweat currently on my person. If you are still here, thank you so much. Honestly, really, truly, thank you. Let me know your favorite beach. And how about, would you like to watch this one? I recently went to the London Globe Theatre and I had a great time. But as always, thank you guys so much for watching. And until next time, bye.